All right, we're recording, Juice. We're back with another episode.
Woo-hoo.
It's been a while. We had a lawyer on last week.
Yes, I seen that. I was listening to it.
He learned it. He knows what he's doing. He's good. Josh Holcomb. He's awesome.
Yeah.
You'll hear a commercial for his law firm in the middle here. So
awesome.
That's we've been hitting some mid-roll for them. So that's
right.
Good. Yeah, we were talking before we started recording here about the war going on with Iran.
Is it really a war or is it just strategic strikes?
I think it's just us and Israel spanking that pee-pee is what it is.
And that's exactly what it it's not like it hasn't been coming for 47 years.
So I question Iran's tactics. So,
what tactics?
I know. That's what I'm questioning. There's none. So, hey, I'm mad. So we're going to bomb all of our neighbors.
Yeah.
What?
That makes no sense. What they bombed 13 other countries or something?
That's like if we get in a war with Mexico. Oh, we're mad. We're going to throw some rockets over to Canada. What?
Yeah. What? That makes it, well, it's the Iranians.
I get Bahrain and Dubai. They, I guess Saudi too. We got military stuff there, but I don't know. My favorite part of the whole thing, though, Juice, is we killed the Ayatollah, right?
Yes.
Within like an hour.
Yes.
And then they had a meeting in Iran to hire another Ayatollah. And they hired one. He just got his name put on the door.
Yeah.
And they leveled the building there all.
No, that was his son, I think.
Okay. Yeah, he barely got his name on the door. Some business cards.
So he went to see Daddy.
Downtown in hell. So that's where they're going. They're not getting 70 virgins.
I'm pretty sure they are, but they're all going to be dudes.
Ooh.
Yeah. That
is a nightmare. That's what I picture. People talk about, well, the Bible does say it's burning and all that.
Yeah.
I picture it being like your worst nightmare.
Yeah.
They get to live it forever.
Oh God. I'd see my mother every day.
Ooh. You'd rather
don't want that.
You'd rather burn, hadn't you? So anyway, that's what I picture. But yeah, man, some people are up in arms about us bombing Iran, but since I've been a child, they've been saying, I want to kill Jews and I want to kill Americans.
I remember when they took the hostages.
Yeah. I mean, I was a child, but
yeah, I actually remember.
I've studied that in history, but
I remember all the stickers handed out, free the hostage stickers with the American flag. And it was crazy, man.
Yeah.
But, then Reagan said, y'all keep playing games.
The day he got elected, they let him go.
Because he warned them, if they're not free, you're going to pay.
I like Reagan, but I think he should have probably hurt him a little more.
Yes, he should have.
I know he's just got elected and all that, but he had 8 years.
Yeah, but you look back.
He had the Soviets he was dealing with too. So.
Yeah, you look back on it, though. It was a different world back then.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't have to, FAFO.
Mm-hmm.
And
we had
and
Soviets
now
with
you
big
have
bad wolf. Yeah.
Yeah.
Soviets were scary then.
Yeah.
They're not anymore. So the Russians are not scary anymore.
Yeah,
so
they're not.
They're losing about 30,000 dudes a month.
Yeah.
With Ukraine.
Well, when the Soviet Union was dismantled and it went back to Russia, the big bear in the woods kind of lost its whack.
Yeah. And we thought Russia was going to be just as scary, but they're not.
Yeah, they're not.
Ukraine's hurting them.
Yeah.
Over they gained a mile of land or something?
I don't know if they even gained that much.
I know a lot of them's dying every day.
Yeah.
So. Had to get me a drink, Juice. I got a man cold.
Uh-oh.
They're way worse than women colds.
Yes, they are.
Like 10x.
Oh, yeah.
Worse. All right. Let's get to our topic here because we just went sideways there altogether.
That's all right. What's our topic today?
It's about these New York brutal beating, and it's called corruption in New York's correctional system.
Well,
you read about that.
Corrections officers again.
On December 2024, this is kind of new.
Mm-hmm.
It's a case where multiple officers at Marcy Correctional Facility up in upstate New York were involved in a fatal assault on inmate Robert Brooks, 43, who died the day after being attacked while handcuffed. All right, now let me pull up the article here. He's got his background and everything. He wasn't a nice guy, but he.
No, he stabbed his girlfriend.
Yeah, he was in there for a while.
Yeah,
he was at
12 years.
He was at medical, right?
Yeah,
but he did have his hands and his feet shackled.
Yeah.
Okay. And for whatever reason, these officers decided to start wailing on him. They were saying they were being attacked. Not buying it.
No,
the jury didn't either, obviously. So they had the grand jury and the regular jury did not buy it.
Yeah, so. I find that hard to believe.
But he had his hands cuffed behind his back. He's setting up and an officer presses his foot down on him. He then punched by 2 officers. This is on body cam. And then they turned off the body cam later. And this guy's beat up. You can see his picture in there. He's bleeding. Let me see here. James said the officers had not activated their body cameras. Of course not. But they are still on and recorded on standby mode. So if your body camera is on standby mode, is it still recording?
Yes.
Some of them are motion activated.
Yeah, some of them are.
Yeah. Like after you stand up or a certain body movement, they start recording. December 9th, James said Brooks was being transferred from the Mohawk Correctional Facility, also in Oneida County, to Marcy Correctional Facility. The events unfolded in a medical exam room before 9:30 p.m. Brooks was carried in the room hanging upside down with his hands handcuffed behind his back, one video shows. So they had him in like the pig on a spigot carry kind of thing.
Yeah, they hog-tied him.
I get it. Some of them, if they're being aggravated and not cooperating, following orders and all that, you got to move them around.
You do, and I've been there. They will test your last nerve, and they will say things that you just really want to take their heads clean off.
Even with their hands and feet tied behind their back, basically.
Yeah, but that's all they've got at that point. Mm-hmm. And it took me a while to understand. Mm-hmm. They're not mad at you personally.
Right.
They're mad at the badge. They're mad at the uniform. Yeah, and they're just acting out against your position of authority.
Right.
I've known plenty of inmates that have shown their butts with me, and then later on they walk up to me, "Oh, Officer Jus, man, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have said that."
Oh, when you're out on the street or whatever?
Yeah. Still in the prison yet.
Oh, okay.
Right. And they would apologize for their behavior.
Right.
But it's not personal.
Mm-hmm.
There are sometimes it is personal, but that I don't know. If they're handcuffed, it's not personal. They're acting out.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to physically move them around, but this guy, they beat him to a point where he died.
Oh yeah. They maybe perhaps went a little overboard.
Yeah. 5 of them, right?
Yeah.
It says Brooks had been in prison since 2017 on a 12-year sentence for first-degree assault involving a longtime girlfriend. State corrections officials declined to detail what led Brooks to be transferred to the Marcy Correctional Facility, a medium security prison, that night. So he'd just been transferred that evening.
Right.
New York State Correctional Officers and Police Benevolent Association did not immediately respond to a request for comment Friday, but the union has previously said it viewed parts of the videos. All right, this is the union talking here. It says, what we witnessed is incomprehensible to say the least, and it's certainly not reflective of the great work that the vast majority of our membership conducts every day. Opposite of everything. Well, it's got a big old long abbreviation there. I'm not going to say it. And this membership stands for. But yeah, this went on for about 15 minutes with them beating him. So 2 guys started it. Okay.
Yeah.
2 correction officers started, and then some other guys ran in, right, and started getting some action in there.
Oh yeah, it was a polyester pig pile.
Polyester pig pile.
Yeah, that's what we always called it.
The problem I have is the whole hands and feet handcuffed, shackled. So,
yeah. I've had uses of force against inmates.
Yeah.
But not when they were shackled and not when they were handcuffed.
Right.
That's a cowardly act. And what they did, that's 5, 6 guys right there. Mm-hmm. They're all cowards.
2 of them pled guilty and pled in on the state evidence.
You can plead what you want. It's right there on the video.
Yeah. But they pled guilty and said, yeah, we shouldn't have done that, basically. Yeah. So, and then, of course, the governor hops in and they're going to save the day. But this body camera speaks for itself. The key evidence is a breakdown of the body-worn camera footage released by the New York Attorney General's office showing officers punching, kicking, and striking the handcuffed inmate on an infirmary bed. We had some inmate testimonies and whistleblower elements from the staff there, and how such incidents involve excessive force on restrained individuals. The restrained part is the thing that got these guys sent away to prison. Now, if they're not restrained and they attack you, they jump on you, you can defend yourself, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And there's times if they're non-compliant, you go hands-on.
You move them around, right?
You don't do it while they're handcuffed and shackled.
Now, if they're handcuffed and shackled, you can move them around, but you can't slam their face into the brick wall.
No, you can't kick them in the testicles. You can't punch them in the chest. You can't
kick them in the testicles?
I don't care how much they're running their mouths. If they're handcuffed and shackled, don't be a coward. It's not personal. Just let it roll off.
Hey, everybody, Macky here. And I just want to talk to you for a minute about M&H Legal Services in North Alabama. I've worked with a lot of law firms over the years, and they are by far the most transparent and most personal set of lawyers you'll ever find. Whether it's family law, including child custody, divorce, prenuptial agreements, adoptions, or you got a personal injury case or a medical malpractice case, they can help you with all that. They are a modern, transparent legal services firm, and they have a team of professionals standing by to help you now. These are the best lawyers I've ever worked with. So if you have a family law issue or you've been injured in a car wreck or a medical malpractice case, give them a call. It's a consultation you can't miss out on. So give them a ring at 256-860-8688 or mhlegalservices.com. They're standing by to help you now. We had detainees overseas. We'd have them zip tied and sitting there waiting for transport. And these were Afghans, and they would cuss you up and down. They spoke English all of a sudden, you know.
Yeah.
And some guys would get worked up about it. I'm like, dude, they're not going anywhere. Just
No.
don't, he don't even know you.
No.
He don't know your mother.
It's not personal.
He don't know your mother, even though he's talking about her. So.
Well, maybe he does. I don't know.
Some guys would want to go hands on with him. I said, we're not.
Yeah,
we're going to lose our job if you do. Now, sometimes they would spit on us, and we would move them away from us.
Oh yeah,
they might get moved quickly.
Yeah, we'd hood them and move them.
We put a bag over their head so they couldn't spit anymore. Little Mr. Spitter.
Yeah,
that's salt with bodily fluid.
Yeah,
but sometimes they would not be in a comfortable position after they spit on us.
Sometimes it happens, but you don't beat on them.
No, we didn't beat any. These guys beat on this guy till he couldn't breathe anymore, and he had head injury.
Right,
beat him to death. And I don't know, man. What do you think about that?
I don't. You know me. I don't like bad cops. Mm-hmm. I don't. That right there, bad cop.
Right. Now this goes on to talk about systemic corruption. You think it's a problem?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me more about why you think it's systemic corrupt. Well, I know this. One bad apple poisons the whole batch.
If you're a pet owner who wants real talk on training, behavior, and everyday life with animals, check out the Fresh Patch Podcast. Hosted by Drew and Gabe, we cover the wins, the challenges, and everything in between. So wherever you listen, search the Fresh Patch Podcast, where good pets get it.
Right? It does, but when you have multiple assault and batteries on people. Mm-hmm. I remember years ago when they had a guy in custody, not only did they beat him, they sodomized him with their nightstick.
Where was that at?
That was New York. But New York's not the only place. I've seen stuff like this happen in Florida. I've seen it in South Carolina.
We had one up the road in Alabama here. Well, yeah. It was guards allowed the inmates to kill a guy. Remember that? Tortured him over days, but the guards basically,
and that's happened too in Florida and South Carolina.
The guards just is liable because they're not doing their job right.
Of course,
because you just step in.
Your job as a CO is security, custody, control, and care of that inmate.
Right.
You're not the judge. You're not the jury. You're not the executioner. Right. And you don't send hit squads out.
They do though, right?
Oh, they do.
So tell me about the hit squad thing. Are they getting paid? So, by an outside organization, or how's that work?
Well, no. COs. Some of the COs, they'll have a bad day. They'll have an issue with an inmate or whatever, and they have their little pet inmates, and they just tell them, hey, I don't want to see that guy standing at the end of the day.
Really?
Yeah, because they're going to do favors for him. They're either bringing in contraband, they're letting them cut in the commissary line, they're letting them get away with stuff. I had pet inmates when I worked the prison system.
Right.
I had one, Stanley. He was a great kid, believe it or not. He was in there for robbery and stuff, but he was a great kid. I asked him if he did something, he'd admit to it. He had integrity. But I let him pretty much go in and out the dorm, cleaning and everything else. If he wanted to, I'd let him slip up in the commissary line and let him get something out of the canteen.
And get a Snickers or whatever?
Yeah, because he's working for him. He's doing a good job. He was the best inmate I ever had.
Keeping his mouth shut and all that.
Yeah, he was a good inmate, model inmate. Now, for other COs, he may not have been that good, but for me, I never had a problem with Stanley.
So we had we still have an ongoing case. You remember the one down in Jericho, down in He's in Donaldson Correctional Facility.
Oh, yeah.
Down around Bessemer.
Yeah.
I've been in there several times to talk to him, and he's a custodian. What do they call him?
Trustee.
Trustee. He cleans the bathrooms up front where the offices are, and empties garbage and all that.
Yeah.
Good dude, right? But I'd meet him up front, and we'd be walking around in the jail just talking. There's inmates all around you in that front part.
Oh, yeah.
They're just hanging out, very nice. They'll say, hey, good morning. They're very nice people.
Yeah.
I was like, this normally goes, these are the ones that aren't going to hurt you.
Yeah.
They have the others in the back is where it's locked off, where the dangerous inmates are. He said they wear black jumpers.
But you know what? It depends on how you treat them.
Right.
If you give them their respect, they're locked up. Okay. They did bad things.
Right.
You give them their respect as men, you get it back.
Mm-hmm.
You mean what you say what you mean. Don't lie to them. And you gain so much respect and rapport with those guys.
Right.
It's just the way you treat them.
Now, whatever COs, whenever they'll buddy up with these guys and start making deals, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
What makes them do that? What makes a CO do that?
Some of the guys are very likable.
Mm-hmm. Well,
You
yeah.
know?
They're salesmen. They're good salesmen.
Yeah. They're very personable people.
Mm-hmm.
They're con men.
Right.
And you build up a rapport with them.
Confidence man.
Yeah. I used to talk machining with the inmates or motorcycles with the inmates. I talk to them the way we're speaking now.
Right.
So you build up a rapport with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how it starts. That's how it goes.
But they cross the line. They don't keep it in the back of their mind. Hey, this person might shiv me after lunch.
Oh no!
You're always thinking that though. Is a good.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
You have to. They're inmates.
They could shiv me in a moment.
And again, it
without
wouldn't be something personal. It may be that another inmate in their clique or their gang or their set
Mhm.
has an issue with you, and they got to do what they're told in the gang hierarchy. Says do this. They have to do it. It's not personal.
They look at that badge as like you're just a piece of office furniture, basically.
Yeah.
Right. You're no different.
Yeah.
If you met outside, you'd probably play golf together or go fishing or whatever.
Yeah.
Because you get along with them. Just don't commit crimes with them, right?
Yeah. Stanley, the little Haitian boy from Miami, great kid. If I had my own shop, working machine shop or whatever,
Mhm.
I'd hire him. He was a good worker.
It's good to build rapport to them too, because you can get intel out of them.
Oh yeah. And there's ways to ask it. And
To keep
I
them
had
from
that
being a snitch.
rapport with
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
And I would say, okay, look, I'd be conducting an investigation at the prison of, say, an assault.
Mhm.
You're like, okay, on the record, I need a statement of what happened. I didn't see nothing.
Right.
Okay, well, you got to write that on a statement. You got to sign it, date it, put your inmate number. Okay, da 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 da. Get done with that, and then I would look at them later on and go, okay, now off the record, what happened?
Right.
And they would tell me exactly what happened.
Mhm.
Well, he was running dope on the compound in our area, and he wasn't supposed to, and the boys went over and had a talk with him.
Right.
It just depends on the inmates. Now
Right.
you get some inmates, they'll talk to you and they'll be nice to you and cordial to you, but if you ask them anything, they are not going to talk to you.
Right.
I
They
had
don't want
one
to be seen
inmate
as a
never
snitch.
said a word to me.
You had an inmate never said a word to you?
Not one word.
You said anything to anybody?
Not mourning. Yeah, other inmates.
Oh, he didn't talk to the cops though?
Nope.
COs?
He was diehard convict. He wasn't an inmate. He was a convict.
Was he a murderer?
Yeah.
Okay. But he's in there for life, right?
Yeah. Well, he was. He's probably dead by now. We'll get into that on another one of our topics,
But if he's in there for life, though, what does it matter?
because it's a big no in the community.
Sure.
If you're a convict, you don't talk to cops.
You're trying to keep your life as comfortable as possible, right?
Exactly.
In an uncomfortable situation.
And the guy that I'm thinking of was over in South Carolina. He wasn't talking to you. He doesn't care what your rank is. If you had a badge on, you were a cop. He wasn't talking to you.
Right. Now, for the COs that get into these deals with these people, how much money are they making? Because a lot of these convicts don't have any money.
I'm going to tell you right now, it's not enough.
Right.
I don't know why they do it. To me, you get in bed with an inmate like that, you're an idiot.
Now, I can see outside you get in bed with drug dealers because you're talking millions of dollars.
And they make some money.
But
there's a lot
inside,
of
though,
Some of them are like the son of like the number one guy in the Latin Kings.
okay, so they got some cash around or access to it. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can make good money.
Right.
Not me. It ain't good enough for me to violate the trust and, wind up getting arrested and go to jail and never see my daughter again.
Mm-hmm.
It's not worth it to me.
Right.
I don't care if I'm eating out of the dumpsters at Burger King. I'm not going to do anything that prevents me from seeing my daughter every day.
Right.
Period.
Yet that I forgot the incident. This just came to mind. There's the woman. She was like a sewing she ran the sew shop up in New York in the prison. And the two inmates. She was an ugly woman.
Oh yeah,
started having sex with her.
Yeah, helped them escape.
She got them out. Yeah,
yeah.
But she was an ugly lady,
and the inmates play on that.
Yeah,
you're homely, and they tell you, "Oh, you're nice today."
Yeah, start giving her a little attention.
Starts. Yeah,
they were both having sex with her.
Yeah,
and they got access to the tunnels and all this stuff. And
we had one I caught in the middle of a train with some inmates in the dorm.
A girl?
Yeah.
What's she doing now? Working at Walmart?
She was working for NASA over in Louisiana.
One of those.
Yeah.
But still?
I don't know if she's still there, but that's where she took off from Florida over to Louisiana.
She left corrections and went to NASA.
Yeah. Which drives me crazy because they're allowed to resign.
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't be allowed to resign.
But that record should follow you, though.
It doesn't. It just shows a resignation.
Mm-hmm.
What they should do is charge her.
Yeah, it goes
incarcerate her.
Yeah.
So it's on her record for life.
Yeah, it shows whatever the charge is.
But it's not just the women. Men do it too.
Mm-hmm.
Female inmates. We had one in South Carolina, wound up in a homosexual relationship with an inmate.
Yeah.
And took him in the armory to have their tryst.
With the guns and the pepper spray
in the
and
armory.
the grenades, stun grenades.
Yeah, in the armory. And you had to go through the control room, through a locked door, through another locked door to get in the armory.
The armory is usually either buried deep or on the outside.
Oh, yeah. This was buried deep. And two officers in the control room let that male officer take a male inmate in the armory.
That's why COs don't wear guns, because if somebody steals your gun from you, they rule the prison.
Yeah. Inside the facility, you won't see any weapons unless they're on
QRF or what? Quick reaction force.
Yeah. I did SWAT and rapid response team. You're placed on a roof. I mean, they can't climb the wall.
But you're separate from the inmates.
But you're up there with weapons and stuff. Now, the SWAT team, we can go into the compound and start putting inmates down.
Because you're locking everybody down at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. If one of the inmates gets a weapon, a pistol, they run the place until you kill them, right?
Yeah. South Carolina, if you see the SWAT team coming in and you're an inmate, you're either going to comply or you're going to be dead.
You better lay down on the ground.
Yeah.
So, y'all tell them that? Hey, if SWAT comes in, lay down kind of thing.
Oh, they all know it.
Yeah. Don't be waving your hands around on that joke. So
no.
That's what we tell, active shooter drills.
Oh, yeah. Don't
be waving your hands at the cops. If they ask you a question, answer, but don't be directing traffic with your hands. They get nervous.
Yeah.
It's a high stress situation already. So
it is.
So anything about COs? These dirty ones?
They're all, to me, they're all the same. They all need to be charged. They all need to lose their post certifications, their CO certifications. They need to have charges put on them. They should never be allowed to work in, I don't care if it's Walmart security. They should never be in a position like that again.
Go build houses or something. So.
Yeah.
So the main two guys here that started this one we were talking about in New York, they're both I think they both got 20-something years.
Good.
But
good. I hope they put them right back there where they did it.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if they're doing that or not.
And I hope they put them in general population.
You know how hard you got to beat a grown man for him to die? You got to beat him a lot.
Yeah.
And they did. So, all right, let's get off here. You got a new topic coming up. We'll get with you in a bit. Right, Juice?
Word
to your mother. All right. We'll be back in a second.